and welcome to the chessboard. This iconic battle is quite different from the original, at least a little bit different. We have only one queen here. Original game of course has 3. However, this one is in return a bit more powerful. And we also have items on all of the pawns and the bishops. The ether essences and the healing seeds, they will drop when defeated, meaning that if you get stuck here, you can always farm the enemies and always be supplied with fresh healing items. Unlike the original game, because of course we don't have a trader in the desktop kingdom, which is an oversight for sure. But yeah, I wasn't able to insert a new trader. I would have no idea how to do that. But the hacking tools I was working with allow for, or rather the guides I had on this, allow for giving enemies new items, which they will then drop. So this is why the pawns and the bishops carry stuff. Good. Other than that, I was saying before that I expected multiple attempts on this, and that I would probably, or rather I was contemplating that I would rush forward and fight a few fights and then egress out, but I've since changed my mind. So like if I'm doing this, I'm doing it seriously. So from the first moment on, I am going to follow my usual strategy, which is to hang out in the right corner of the map, have the enemies come at us, and yeah, kill as many of them as possible in singular combat, so to say, and then move upwards and kill the king and his remaining few henchmen. Let's see how this turns out for us. For the most part, this means that this will be a lot of waiting, so I will soon skip ahead here and shut up so you don't miss anything.
Welcome back, and I'm welcoming myself back as well, because I thought it would be a good idea to put my microphone on mute while I do this skip, so you don't hear me breathing at 1500% speed. But then I forgot to turn the microphone on again, so I'm now watching this, future me is watching this, and now commenting. Anyway, yeah, the rook has approached us, and now I'm in a bit of a pickle, because I don't want to put Elric on this white square above Bowie, as the pawns would both be able to reach him and murder him. Bowie on the right side should be fine, as only one of the pawns can get to him, and he definitely can take one hit. May can now stand on Bowie's square, which means she's still out of reach of the pawns. There goes the first one, has no target, so can only run after his rook aimlessly, and the second one goes to Bowie. Bit of a jump scare here, because Bowie did the another action twitch, and it was unfortunately a counter attack instead of a second attack by the pawn. Second attack would of course have been lights out and a party wipe. At this point, Sarah is still at full MP, and I want people to be able to work, so not giving him a cost-effective heal 1 here, but rather do the heal 3 to bring him back up to full. At this point I probably thought, yeah, I'd rather attack the guy above with Luke and attack him from top, but yeah, instead the choice was between the lower pawn and the lower rook, and I'm going for the rook here because once he's dead I can surround the pawn with melee characters. A bit too scared to move upwards with Slade, as he's lagging behind in levels and his defense is a bit low at this point. Yeah, and this looks very much like a Blaze situation, but in hindsight it really wasn't, as the rook only had 6 hit points, so he would die to a Blaze too as well. And the pawns are resistant to elemental damage, to magic, so wasn't affected as much. In hindsight I might have cast a Blaze too, though it really wasn't, like MP conservation wasn't that important. Here I'm thinking, okay, how far are those guys away? The rook can definitely reach us, right? He can reach Kiwi for sure, so he might come down if he's active. And I don't want to move too far up with Chester in case both the knight and the pawn up there activate and dash towards him. It's sad here that Jaha can't reach the pawn, but Gerhold can, so it's all good. Left alive with 2 HP. Yeah, and here I'm thinking, okay, it's been quite some time since my guys moved. Should I attack this pawn with Peter, or do I kill off this one? Because if both survive, 2 attacks might kill somebody. So I'd rather, as I went to kill the left one instead. Then Elric got his turn, and I was like, okay, damn, Peter could have finished the right one, and Elric could have finished the left one. So that was definitely a bit of a miscalculation here. All good for now though. Here comes the rook. Does a surprising amount of damage, which is 2 on Kiwi. And another second attack, so yeah, minus 4 HP. And yeah, here Bowie gets another turn before the pawn, which made me happy for sure. Here was a bit surprised that the pawn above is not coming down yet. So I was like, okay, who is active? This bishop moved, right? What about this knight? I'm not really sure. How far can I go up here? It's played a bit conservatively, I suppose. Once again, May doesn't have enough movement, so at this point I felt like I'm overextending a bit. Nobody to heal here. Going after the rook, a bit scared that not enough people will be able to reach him and that he might survive another turn. And yeah, in general I felt like I'm overextending here, so I wanted to kill the rook and then come down again, so I'm not moving up all those guys. Especially since I didn't want to aggro the witch and all those tough guys in the center. Seemed reasonable to just finish off the hook. And here I learned that, finish off the hook of course, that the rook, goddammit brain, don't be stupid. Yeah, and I was surprised to see that the knight didn't aggro as well. But now the rook is dead, so the question is, what about now? What about now with regards to the knight and this pawn? Will they come now? In any case, the bishop is coming for sure. So, and I'm in a bit of a pickle here, because we see 2 guys on the left approaching us, slowly but still. But the question here was, once this bishop is dead, what happens? Typically, when pieces are killed, there's always this chance that other pieces will activate. And if both the pawn and the knight up there activate, then I might be in trouble. So, yeah. Yeah, here once again you see me wondering, will he come? How much attack does he have? Both pawn and knight really strong. And here I'm like, okay, can I face them with Kiwi? Maybe, at least one of them for sure. Sarah a bit scared here, but Bowie needs healing just to be safe in case both the knight and the pawn go after him. So here I'm abandoning his left side. I do not want to attack him from the left side, lest I leave one of my guys too exposed for my taste. Once again, the rook doesn't come. And here I thought, okay, I'm doing the really 5D chess strategy here. So the bishop is injured, but he is aggroed. So he would probably use aura on himself to heal himself up for a turn, and then he will go after my party, right? And meanwhile, I can use this time to pull back. Since the bishop is still alive, no other pieces are going to activate, and so I kind of can play the AI a bit to give myself an advantage. So you see me pulling back here. And yeah, I was contemplating, isn't this kind of a bit cheaty if I game the AI like this? But yeah, another attack on the bishop, because May has range anyway, so she can still attack him despite pulling back, and thus I'm making sure that the bishop has to waste another round, another one of his turns on healing. Yeah, but as I was saying, am I kind of low-key cheating here by gaming this AI? But then again, if you think about the chess battle as a whole, it is not like, I mean, if the AI played fair and just attacked you with all of its pieces from turn 1, then basically there would be no chance of surviving this ever. So yeah, I think it's fair to play around the AI a bit. Here I have Jaha and Gerhold standing on the leftmost spots of the party. I was offering those two for an attack by the knight. Knight, of course, quite the long-range creature with its movement of 7 and can attack from 2 squares. What I was thinking about here. Taking another peek at the bishop. Perhaps checking his spell. I think he has muddle, right? So I don't want to stand clustered together. Checking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I was oh, he could have already attacked Jaha, right? No, right now he could have, but he didn't. So a bit of confusion here. AI is playing it slow. Now keeping both Bowie and Jaha in the front spots. See what the AI does. And like if it attacks either of us, I'm fine with it. Just make sure that that the pawn cannot hit us with a follow-up attack. Bishop not as strong, so I'm not too worried about being attacked by both the knight and the pawn, both the knight and the bishop. And now the bishop does the dick move and actually retreats. So much for me gaming the AI. It didn't work. Sending up Kiwi, because if the knight prefers to attack him, I'm fine with it. And here he finally comes and reaches for Jaha. 14 damage, not too bad. Means that Jaha can survive a second attack by the pawn. Means I'm not too scared about sending in Jaha as well. Taking another look at the pawn's attack rating here, I assume. Okay, why was I not attacking with Jaha here? I really can't tell you, not sure. Yeah, a bit sad that I lost the commentary from this battle, but yeah, no helping it. Still annoyed by the bishop, who decided to pull back. And here I'm like, okay, Bowie is already level 25 and we have plenty of turns until the knight gets his next turn. So just wait. Have others kill him instead. And Bowie Kiwi is such a someone. Happy that Kiwi got 1 point of HP here. So Bowie still has plenty of HP, and with the power ring, the protect ring I mean, he has quite a strong defense, so the logical choice to heal here is Jaha. Yeah, once again, now I'm wondering, will those guys activate? Seems quite likely, since we've removed another 2 pieces. We'll have removed another 2 pieces from the board shortly. But Luke has decent HP, so I'm risking sending him upwards. Here I'm wondering who else would be able to attack Geralt from this position. And I'm placing myself in a way that I might draw out the pawn if I'm not mistaken. Or perhaps, no, it seems like I wanted to avoid the pawn, but put him in range of the bishop. Yeah, that seems more likely. Of course, bishop not known for playing my rules in this battle. Slade can finally get in on the action. On the right side I deem him to be safe enough. And I almost immediately regret it, given that the knight aggroes on him. So now I'm like, okay, I have to position somebody between Slade and the knight, so the pawn up there can't reach. And Bowie fills this role. Still a bit scary here, as I intended to finish off the other pawn with Bowie. Now I get a even eat counter attack here. At least Peter is able to finish off the pawn. Once again, May not in range. At this point I'm once again feeling I felt like I was overextending a bit, I think. But the second pawn comes down and attacks Jaha. So here I didn't want to move up Kiwi in his depleted state, so I considered whether or not it's time to use the power ring, and I came to the conclusion yes it is, and I decided to use it on May since her since in this battle, if I use it on a typical choice such as Peter, then of course you have to move Peter ahead of the rest of the party. Like he must get into the thick of battle, while using it on May is seemed to be the safer option, so I chose her. Unfortunately, the power ring immediately cracked, which means that if at this point I egressed, I wouldn't get another chance at using it in the chess battle, of course. Yeah, here the question is, whom do I heal? Bowie, of course, always a prime option to heal, but Slade seems to be more reasonable, given that if I don't heal Slade, he can't engage anything before he's healed, as he would fall prey to any attack, while Bowie and Jaha could both take another hit. Still a bit scary here. Yeah, attack from the side of the board, the one position where no one else can stand. Yeah, Slate goes in here from the top. Now that he's healed, I'm confident enough to use him. This is a bit of a loose play. Once again, I was just seeing this pawn standing here and thinking, okay, this guy has to die, so I'm just going to fire off my Blaze 3. But given the pawn's magic resistance, was quite low damage output here. I'm boxing this knight, so he can't get to our vulnerable force members such as Sarah. And a bit of a scary moment here. Of course, I wasn't really concerned about Jaha. I was more concerned about Slate being hit by this. And here, situation getting more desperate. Knight should get its turn soon, and I'm running out of ranged attackers to get him down. So I decided, okay, if Jaha eats a hit, he's dead. So I'm going to use a healing item here. Now Bowie can finish off the knight, not worrying about experience management here, rather just kill this guy and be done with it. Now pawn, of course, the primary target. Once the bishop eats a few hits, he will be focused on self-preservation again. Here this pawn gets an attack, gets his turn. So only a matter of time until the next one comes. But fortunately we have our boosted up Mei, who is under the effect of the seal spell, and she goes to town and immediately kills the pawn with a perfect lethal strike. 21 damage against the 21 HP enemy. Kiwi once again can't reach anybody, pretty annoyed here that the power room cracked, otherwise I could have given another attack boost to someone. I think here I'm contemplating, am I going to use the healing seed that Kiwi has looted? Do I heal one of those injured guys here? I can't actually remember. Okay, I use the healing drop on Peter. Makes sense, I suppose. Yeah. Was a bit worried here that I might be in range of the queen soon with a powerful freeze spell. Right, at this point using a bit more magic points, using a heal 2 on Bowie to top him off, almost to full. Slate can stay here and attack from the right side, it's far too scary to attack from here. Despite past me briefly teasing. And the king pulls back, it's always what we like to see. Now here, do I punch this pawn from the left side? And the question here is, of course, will the queen come then? And she has a movement of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So she could actually already hit Peter. And Jaha and Kiwi alongside it. Putting Geralt out of range here. Outside her range here. This moment was, okay, yeah, I suppose I have to heal Kiwi or he might die to this freeze, but yeah. See if we get the chance to do this. Trying to keep outside the range of those pawns. This was definitely a Blaze 3 moment, no doubt about it. And this is probably a Bolt moment, right? off the bishop finally. Yeah, probably the pawn has too much HP for Elric, so I'd rather kill the bishop before he becomes a nuisance again. Okay, I miscalculated. The queen was actually out of reach for Peter. There I'm once again calculating where I can stand so the queen doesn't reach me. Yeah, past me, he can reach Slate. So you should probably put Chester on his left side, so only one pawn can reach him if push comes to shove. And put Jaha up there, so he can be our bulwark. Yeah, here I'm probably using the medical herb right on Kiwi to make sure he remains useful. Pawn goes for Chester, which makes me happy, as it means that Jaha, who is standing in the front line, cannot eat as many attacks. And the bishop also does me a big favor, because now it means that the remaining pawn on the left side can't reach anybody if I position Mei here. Here comes the pawn, and everybody is out of range. Bishop could have also attacked from up top, but made a tactical mistake here. I think not a single confusion in this battle, but that's fine. Yeah, Jaha has to be healed, as he's the frontliner. Probably eat freeze from the witch now, from the queen. And gotta make sure that he can survive the freeze and the melee attack from a pawn. Slade, once again a bit scary to use him here. If you go too far ahead, you might die. Curious, in this situation it's difficult to make tactical assessments right now. I really wish I hadn't deleted or rather I hadn't failed to record the commentary, but I'm curious what he does here. Feel like there really isn't any good options. He probably might just do nothing with Slate here. What are you thinking past me? I would really like to know. Okay, ballsy move. Might have decided that we have to finish this battle now and I can't just stand on my feet, otherwise they will overrun us, so yeah. So at this point my magic consumption from before comes back to bite me a bit. I realize I only have one blaze free left in the tank and I don't really want to use it in this situation. Freeze. Bishop, the only one of those three targets who will take regular damage. The pawns should take reduced damage, I believe. And here I'm sending out Jaha to face the queen in hopes that he can block her off, get her attention. Yeah, just to finish off the pawn, seems reasonable. Now we have to punch the other pawn. Bring him down before he gets his turn if possible. A bit scary because we're clumping together, and the queen might hit us with her dreaded freeze, but she instead decided to attack Jaha, and at this point I was quite content with the choices so far. Might send up Peter, so the king might aggro on him, and if the king decides to use Blaze, Peter would of course take reduced damage due to his fire resistance. Bishop has been slapped around enough, so he uses Aura, which is always good. And I think this is May's last good turn, right? So I'm going to make it count by shooting the bishop. Checking here how far the Blaze would reach. So yeah, currently he gets 2 people if he blazes. Very nice crit to finish off the seal spell. And the archers try and devour this bishop. Bit of a scary moment here. I thought that the pawn was going to rush Sarah, but instead he apparently decided clearly Kiwi is the weakest target here. So I suppose I could finish off the bishop here, right? Could also give Kiwi a level up, well deserved. Also the pawn just had its turn, so quite likely we will be able to defeat him before he gets his next turn. Now the board is almost cleared, and the queen is still aggroing on Jaha, which is awesome. Yeah, Jaha can take quite a few more hits. Question is now, what do we do with Sarah? And I think no one is really seriously injured at this point, so probably just heal Chester, so we can send him back to the front line again. Fine to spend the 5 points of MP for a heal 2 here, because most likely the last move we're going to do with Sarah is a heal 3 anyway, which expends her 10 MP, and then she will be empty anyway. Now we really have to kill the queen. Pull back Slade a bit so he doesn't get hit by the king. And the king also decides to aggro on Jaha. Still does solid damage for Jaha's defense, but of course not nearly as scary as using Blaze in this situation. It's probably a Blaze 1, right? Okay. No, okay, yeah, past me thought probably Kazin won't use his MP anymore against the queen and the king, so I'd rather kill the pawn. Absolutely reasonable. Especially since a Blaze 1 would have done next to nothing to this pawn. You probably hit the king, right? Start to box him in. Make sure he can't run away and use his Blaze on the party. And you finish the boxing in. Yeah, the pawn, he is scary, but the king is more important right now. $99 XP. Whatever he does, it's going to be a level up. Peter will make sure the queen dies before he gets another turn. And May can hopefully finish off this pawn. She can't. but Kiwi can. Now we just have to make sure that Jaha stays alive. And Sarah comes in with her last heal. Not sure why I moved below Chester here instead of to the right side of Elric. Bit of a misplay, I think. And he starts blazing now. Would have been scarier a turn ago or two. Kazin can't really do anything anymore. Not worth using those 2 MP on the king. So I'm now completely in agreement with past me to use the blaze 3 on the pawn before. I'm moving away Chester here because the king does not get double turns, so not as scary as some other enemies. And free up his spot for somebody else. Finish off the king. Jaha would do fine, but he does not succeed. King survives at 1 HP. Finally managed to stun somebody. And here I'm once again, yeah, not Bowie, not Peter either. Peter is already level 25. I'm just going to block off the king from escaping. Who shall get this kill? Maybe May? No, maybe May is doing really well. I want Slade to be able to kill him, or perhaps Sarah. Whoever gets the next turn, I think, was my train of thought. Also holding back Elric. And Sarah gets it. Yeah, and that's the chess battle without any casualties. Just like we like to see it. Take the cotton balloon, I mean. Here I'm triggering the cutscene, which is required to be able to get the running wing later. At least I believe you can't get it unless you trigger the cutscene. And here I am doing my first promotions. Having trouble to finding the way to the priest, apparently. First a nice little save. And then we start promoting people. And the first one is of course Bowie, who's well deserving of his level 25, or rather his level 1 as a hero. I think at this point I had decided that I wanted to probably wait for level 25 for most people, so promote everyone at 25. Also because I wasn't really sure at this point who I was going to use for the rest of the campaign. So no point in thinking about promoting someone earlier who I'm going to send away to the caravan later anyway. In any case, here we face off against Willard.